That's it. Yep, we're live. Okay. All right, we are live. All right. Okay. All right. All right, and so that link that you sent works, right? Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Chris. What's that? Okay. All right. Thanks, Chris. I'll call you. Stay by your phone in case I got issues. I'm just checking on us once in a while. Thanks. Bye. This is the camera. So let's zoom. You tell me. What is that doing there? So how is the zoom? If you can find the zoom on here. So, okay, how's that? More of okay, so like no, the other one. Yeah, now we can see both timelines. Okay. And that's gonna probably happen. Okay. It's probably gonna happen. We'll probably do that just for the picture that we can get. Let's move this table back so we can stand up here and we got yeah, you can adjust it.
Yeah, you were one back across the field, and you, DJ, you got the near half.
We're going to be up here, but we're going to have to watch out that we're not in the... So if I stand over here, am I out of the camera view?
Yeah, you're out of the camera view. Keep going forward. Okay, now, if you're still not in view there, if you move, your hat gets in it right there.
Right.
Right there. Well, it's either that or we can take this whole thing and slide right.
Let's take the whole thing and slide it
Oh,
over.
I know why you can't do that.
Because of this railing, but we could probably go over a little bit, can't we?
Okay, backside still playing.
And now it starts to...
You are Steve. You are 5-yard dig. You are 10-yard dig. Who do you think the hot is if you
I think there's got to be a zoom on this thing on camera.
Okay, 5 yards, 10 yards.
I think it's the zoom. It's got to have.
5 yards here right now.
There you go. So let's move it in. And now get
Right, my picture now.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing mic 2. Testing mic 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, welcome to the West Bend Fieldhouse for tonight. Volleyball action, North Shore Conference action. The first meet of the year, West Bend West versus Grafton. I'm here with Matt Sternig, my broadcast partner this evening, and we're getting ready to go. Matt, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Looking forward to a great season of West Bend West Spartan volleyball. Obviously, some changes from last year's team, but bright things ahead for this group of girls.
Sounds great. The girls are warming up right now. Go ahead and give us your feedback. I believe there's a chat feature on YouTube where you've got a different product we're using this year instead of the Cube. They started charging for the Cube, so we're using YouTube Live. So give us feedback on how we sound. Once again, Matt, we're blessed to have a lot of great sponsors for West Volleyball this year. We got some new ones this year. Hawk Construction is one. Matrix Title Company. Pellegrini Chiropractic is back from last year, and Alliance Services Ace. Why don't you go ahead and read us the Ace level sponsors then,
Yeah,
too.
and we simply just could not do this and put on the program that we have here at West Bend West without the generous support of these sponsors. Not only those sponsors, but our Ace level sponsors, Turf and Tree Works, Jumbo's, Red Hots, Mobile, Dahlberg Law Group, Candyman on Main. Everybody loves Candyman. Delta Defense, Bob's Main Street Auto and Towing, Midwest Preferred Insurance Group, and Fair Park Conference Center.
Okay, it's going to be an interesting season. Graduating Three seniors or 4 seniors off of last year's team, all major contributors. Grace Bauman is up at St. Norbert College. Anna Miucci was a big hitter that we had last year that's gone. Andrea Zimmerman is actually back on the bench this year helping coach the JV team. And then Brianna Carls is, I believe, on her way to lacrosse. I don't know if she's playing volleyball, but on her way to lacrosse. So we got a little bit of look at the West Volleyball this past weekend in the Joust. They had I think a 20th finish. Is that correct, Matt? They finished 20th?
Yeah, somewhere around 2021. They were 3-4 over the course of the tournament. Not bad. We're coming to this season with a young team. For the first time, maybe in school history, but at least in recent history, there are no seniors on this team. So this year's team is 5 juniors, 5 sophomores, and 3 freshmen that they've brought up to this team. So it'll be an interesting season to see them grow together and also prepare ourselves for the coming years beyond this year.
I look at it, and there's no way to go but up with this team. This past weekend at the Joust, it was evidence that there was timing issues with the setter and the passing was a little off. But as I talked to Coach Tanking, it tells you that there's a lot of upside on this team. And our theme this year, Matt, whether the girls chose it or not, is no seniors, no problem.
That's right. No seniors, no problem. And it's going to have to be that way this year. They have no other choice but that. And it's interesting we talked about the timing at the Joust this last weekend. It was something that even over the course of just 7 games, you started to see them gel a little bit. You started to see some of the momentum come together as a team, as opposed to just 12, 13 individuals that make up this team. So we know that that's going to happen throughout the course of the season, but even just to see that start to happen in the first 7 games they played was really good to see.
So Grafton might be in a little bit of more of a predicament than we are even this year. Last year, I remember Grafton. Last year, by the way, West Volleyball was undefeated North Shore Conference champions in their first year with the North Shore Conference. One of the toughest meets we had in conference was against Grafton. They took a game from us. They actually looked really scrappy, but they were loaded with seniors last year. I think they graduated, I'm not sure, and don't quote me on it, but 7 or 8 seniors, and most of them were starters.
And that's the tough to come back from. But so we've got 2 teams that are putting new lineups together on the floor, new lineups together all around the board, and 2 teams that are really looking at the long term, and not only the improvements they can make in this season, but also looking for the next 2 to 3 years.
It will be an exciting game. Once again, the girls are warming up right now. I'm just glancing at Grafton's roster. Not a lot of height. I mean, we are a very, I would say, short team. No true middles on our team. But Grafton, and looking at it, and you never know, who's going to be on the court for Grafton, but their tallest player is a 5'11" junior, Neela Lidke. So, as far as size, we're not overmatched at all tonight.
And that's a good thing coming in. I think Coach Tanking, identified it very early on as she looked at the 3 freshmen she brought up to varsity this year. They brought some additional height to this team. Not the tallest players on the team, but simply augmented what lack of height we may have had coming in.
And if she continues the same lineup as she did this past weekend, Coach Tanking's going to have Rettler and Paulson playing the middle position a little out of sync for them because they're naturally an outside and a right side hitter. But on this team, they need to do what they need to do to make the team the best they can. So it'll be interesting. The key tonight will be getting those middle hitters some good sets, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be important to get them going early. Momentum is an amazing thing when you look at sport in general, but even so more important a game of volleyball, that you need to have momentum and keep it flowing. Very easy to get out of sync in the game, and when that happens, that can become problematic.
All right, Grafton taking their swipes at serves right now, and I think tonight we have a 6:30 start. I see about 8 minutes left on the thing. Let me talk a little bit about sponsorship opportunities for West Volleyball, and we will take anybody that we can up until the end of August when we want to get a poster printed. But right now the opportunities are $500 gets you what we call a kill level sponsor, which is a large logo on the letter winners poster that'll be out shortly, being created by Moraine Park Technical College students and staff, and a front cover of every home game program, and at least 5 mentions. Heck, I'm willing to bet you're going to get about 25 mentions on any live broadcast. Logo and link on the Facebook page. We still got to take care of that. And opportunity to sponsor kills, aces, or blocks tonight. Matt, we're going to be going with a Hawk Construction kill, a Matrix Title Company block, a Pellegrini Chiropractic assist, and an Alliance Services ace. So
and I will do my best not to screw those up throughout the course of the live cast. It will happen from time to time, but
at some point it'll roll right off your tongue. And I'm going to have a problem not saying Candyman kill this year because that's what it was last year. 250 ace level sponsor, get a logo on a letter winners poster, and in every home game program, and that's on the inside cover. My partner Matt put together a great program. We had a start from some Moraine Park students, and Matt with his expertise really laid it out really nice. And at least 2 mentions on any live broadcast. $100 assist level sponsor, at least 1 mention on any live broadcast, name in every home game program. And you know what? Why don't we go ahead and look at those assist level sponsors?
This year we're blessed to have a handful of them. The Norbert, located right downtown West Bend, the Rettler family, the Kapler family, the Kelly Sajak family, and West Bend Lakes, in addition to Cousin Subs located in West Bend on Paradise Drive.
The final level sponsor is Friends of West Volleyball for $25, and you'll get a West Volleyball t-shirt. And I've seen a preview of those t-shirts designed this year by Chris Schomer, and they're pretty sweet looking. And so if you become a West or a Friends of West Volleyball, you'll be able to get a t-shirt as soon as we have those printed up, which should be within the next couple of weeks. So, and where do all these sponsorship funds go, Matt?
Well, there's a lot of places they go. As we look to continue to build the program here at West Bend West, we look at a team camp every year at UW-Madison. Obviously, there are a number of different jerseys that the ladies wear throughout the course of the season, their warm-ups, their bags that they travel in, as well as going to support things like the programs, the awards banquet, our homecoming float, and prizes for the games for student participation. The team also participates in the Stink Summer League, an opportunity for those returning players to warm up a bit before they get into their season, as well as just some general player development opportunities that come up not only throughout the season, but more importantly throughout the off season. As we look to the future with no seniors on this team, player development is something that Coach Tanking is going to be very keen on. As she's got a young team that needs to continue to grow, improve, work on individual skills that they then bring together to bear when they come together on a court as a full team. So we're excited about this year. We're excited about the opportunities. We could not do it with all the very generous sponsors that we have now. And hopefully there's some more out there to join that team.
All right. Thank you very much, Matt. Getting down to about 4 minutes left before our North Shore Conference opener. Let's set tonight. Grafton Blackhawks coming through the storm. A little wicked storm out there tonight. I was driving from a board meeting over at Freighter, and there's times I thought I was in the middle of a tornado. It was raining fast and furious, and the wind was blowing us around pretty well.
And I was fortunate. I was home early today, so I was watching everything on television, not only local channels, but also online on weather.com to see what was going on. And there's some pretty severe storms. Obviously, to the north of us, they got it much worse than we did here. So obviously, we want to make sure that everybody up there is safe. We hope that all is well. We know that there are a number of people without power. They're talking in the thousands in some of the northern counties, Sheboygan, Dodge, Fond du Lac County especially. So we hope all is well.
All right, we're going to take a little bit of a timeout as I answer some of the texts that are rolling in. Once again, West Bend West versus Grafton Blackhawks tonight. in a North Shore Conference opener. We'll be back in about a minute.
Or go Goose. Goose. Perfect.
All right, we're back live here at the West Bend Fieldhouse, waiting for our North Shore Conference opener tonight between West Bend West and Grafton Blackhawks. Once again, a little different team this year for West. Going to be a growing year. Last year, undefeated conference champs made it all the way to the sectional finals, where they lost to Oconomowoc, and Oconomowoc went to state and won a game or two at state. But this year, it's going to be a growing year, but I'm thinking that it's going to go nowhere but up as soon as the timing gets down and we get our setters working with our passers and our setter making the hitters look good. I was talking to a longtime volleyball ref a few weeks ago, and she told me, she's like, any good hitter can make a setter look great. Any good setter can make a pass look great, and vice versa. And that's really comes down to the pass. Last year, Joe Boomer Bauman, my broadcast partner, always talked, it starts with the pass, and it's so true.
It absolutely is, and it starts with the pass, but then you've got to carry it all the way through. And the biggest thing that when you're on that court, communication is a big part of everything they're doing. And whenever you put a new team together, it's going to take a little bit of time for them to really learn how to communicate with each other. Not just what they're saying on the court, but also just kind of sensing where players are going to be, where they're going to be moving to be in positions to make plays.
And if we look at last year's roster, or this year's roster, if we look at who's still here, you know, Rettler had regular playing time. Kepler played quite a bit. Emily Fate got some time, and Sydney Paulson, she was in all the time. So we don't have a ton of starting experience to start the year.
And that's going to have an impact. It will. That being said, I don't think Coach Tanking will allow that to become an excuse for this team or for this program. She has very, very high expectations for the ladies that she puts out on the court, for the ladies that she brought up to be on this varsity team this year. And that's become evident in all the conversations I've had with her. Yeah, she understands that this is going to be a year of growth, but that's an exciting year. And when you see that growth happen over the course of the season, that's a good thing.
All right, Girls getting ready to line up to do their the national anthem and the final handshake with their opposition, and we'll be ready to go here pretty quick. So be interesting to see who Tanking has in the starting lineup tonight. She played around with a little bit with the lineup at the joust, and everybody that came in had a contribution. It'll be interesting to see what she has tonight. Coach Tanking, by the way, was the 2017 North Shore Conference Coach of the Year.
And that's not something she wants to let go of. And I think, as we look to this season, here's an opportunity for her to really show how great of a coach she continues to be leading this team with a new set of ladies on the court, a new set of ladies who are all working together and working very hard in practices to come together. But it all starts with that coach and the tone that she sets.
All right, we're getting ready for the national anthem. We will go silent and take off our hats. And here we go.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what surprising we at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars rule the sky. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner. Oh, the land of the free and the
We are ready to go here at the West Bend Fieldhouse, Grafton. Blackhawks against the West Bend West Spartans. I have to admit, I started looking for who was singing the national anthem. I didn't think it was a recording. I was looking and I thought, boy, that's a heck of a singer.
It was. It was like a recording.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Once again, give us feedback. You can do it on a YouTube channel from the link, or you can text my phone and tell us what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. So here we go. Let's see who West has got in the lineup tonight.
And now, tonight's introduction. Starting for our visitors, the Grafton Blackhawks. Number 3, Emma Wagner.
Emma Wagner, a 5'9" junior.
Number 5,
Josephine Gust, a 5'6" junior.
Number 11, Jackie Tomaszek.
Jackie Tomaszek is a 5'8" senior.
Number 13,
Neela Litke, she is in the lineup. They're 5'11" junior. Julia Sandoval, number 14, a 5'9" sophomore. And Alexis Cavell, a 5'6" junior. Selena Parza, a 5'5" senior. Coached by Austin Krass.
Number 1, Jackie Cutler.
Rettler will start at the middle position again tonight.
Number 2, Kepler.
McKenna Kapler, the outside hitter.
Number 5, Kelly Moyer.
Ellie Moyer will get time at the right side.
Melanie Green.
And Melanie, that's one of our freshmen, sophomore Melanie Wadine. And Sydney Paulson back in the middle. And Emily Fate will be a defensive specialist. Who did I miss in there? I missed somebody. Oh, I missed our setter. Our setter is Molly Spaeth, number 12. I think I announced her as Emily Fate. So
now there's a lot going on. They're announcing, we're announcing. Ladies are running around the court. It's easy to miss one from time to time.
All right, here we go. Actually, Grafton has got a great following here tonight. They've got about a third of the stands filled. Good showing for their parents coming out in this weather. Although it's not that long of a trip.
No, but they should have stayed home just because of the weather.
All right. You know, it's hard to identify these girls. They're all like brownish, blondish hair with ponytails. So we might get screwed up. Molly Spaeth to start tonight with the serving. Molly Spaeth had an excellent serving weekend. Probably one of the most consistent servers we had. Deep serve. Set. Outside. Out of bounds. Point goes to the Spartans. First point of the year.
And they started out 4 of their 7 games at the Joust scoring first, so we hope that's a good sign here tonight, too.
Spaeth with another deep serve. Ooh, and Grafton puts it into the net. West up 2-0.
Important to get those serves in early. Starts to get the game and the momentum moving in our direction.
Spaeth going deep again, and that time the libero shanks it off, and we are up 3-0. That's a good
Alliance
start
Services ace.
Yes.
Get us started.
We got to get, way to go, Alliance Services ace. Okay, here comes a tap by Rettler. She'll get a Hawk Construction kill with that tap. And we saw a lot of that this weekend.
Yes,
It's a little bit with the timing and things like that. Sometimes the best option is to find the open space on the court. Spaeth still going.
Another deep serve.
Should be an opportunity here for the Spartans. Set going over to Kapler. Grafton digs it out. And Moyer and Rettler block it out of bounds. Point to Grafton is on the board. 4-1 now.
Well, we knew it was going to happen eventually. We weren't going to go 25 in a row, so that's not a bad thing.
Set to Rettler on the outside. There's a kill. There's another Hawk Construction kill. Maddie Rettler. Kapler to serve. Spartans up 5-1. There's a nice dig by Paulson. Coming across. Oh, Grafton with the point.
Looked like a little bit of miscommunication there on the Spartan side. Again, one of those things we said is going to happen throughout the course of the game. Again, just they're learning each other and how they are moving around the court, how they're going to play defense. It's going to take some time.
Okay, there's a deep serve. They bump it over. Lucky that one stayed in bounds. And Grafton comes back with a nice kill. 5-3. Serve goes back to Grafton. Moyer gets her opportunity. She's in the net. Point to Grafton. Kelly Moyer, sophomore, saw one tournament action last year on varsity. One of our taller girls. And Grafton serves into the net.
That makes it 6-3 for the Spartans.
All right, Rettler now serving for the Spartans. Grafton's going to have an opportunity here, and they find a place on the court where there's no Spartan around. Grafton coming right back here.
6-4 at this point in time.
Matrix Title Company, one of our $500 kill level sponsors. They provide the required insurance needed to transfer title from settle to buy. There's a mistake by a pass right up into the kill zone for Blackhawks, and they put it down, and after their slow start, the Blackhawks had come back. And we let that one go. Sometimes they look like they're going deep and they just dive right in between before the line. That's what happened that time. So a bunch of mistakes now, and suddenly we find ourselves all tied up here at the West Bend Fieldhouse. And now a touch.
That one looked like it was going to float long, and those are the types of mistakes this team, as a younger team, has got to find a way to start to weed out throughout the course of the season. Quite frankly, throughout the course of this game, as Grafton now has come back and is up 7-6.
And that's what happens. They find a spot, and there, that one would have probably been out, but they know that she left one go before. So, and there, quick little move, little dump that they dump over and score another point. And now Grafton has got the lead on us, 8-6.
And there's a lot of real estate open for her to dump that one into.
And Grafton puts another one in the serve. You talked about momentum before. Goose, that's what we're going to call Mr. Sternig this week, Goose.
Mr. Sternig gets confusing here in the city of West Bend, so we're going to go with Goose.
So you talked about momentum, and boy, a serve in the net is definitely a momentum killer. All right. Kenlyn Zelmer with the serve. Nice serve, dug out by Grafton. There's a hit coming back and blocked right back.
There's their first Matrix Title Company blocker this season.
Matrix Title Company. We started talking about them a little bit. They provide the necessary title insurance when people construct a new home. So Matrix Title Company, John Raymond, owner. Nice serve by Zelmer. Here, come back at him, a short one. I think they're expecting the big hit.
They were.
Goose, and it wasn't there.
No, she dropped that one right in front of Mel.
Grafton now up 9-8. Should have an opportunity here to Paulson in her natural spot. Coming right back at him. And here we go. Should have another opportunity here. There, Paulson. Out. Paulson knocks it out of bounds. Number 6, Melanie Whedon, getting some action for the Spartans. Grafton with the serve. Dug out, the set, back row set to Rettler. There's a nice dig by Fate. Paulson knocks it over. And that one's out of bounds. Nice hit, but just a little deep for Grafton.
West on serve now, down 9-10. Number 6, Whedon now serving.
Melanie Whedon. Deep serve again. Return. Here comes the outside hit. Dug by Rettler. Up to Kapler. Grafton digs it out. Coming back at him. They should have another opportunity out of bounds.
That one was too close for comfort. Very, very close to that end line. But we'll take it.
I don't know if Coach Tanking wants to let those go by too often. That was a little bit too close for comfort.
Particularly when she's sitting at the end line on the bench.
Ooh. And we put one in the bench, or we put one in the net. Score now 11-10, Grafton. Got to pick up the pace of this game. Hits the net, but goes over. Set to Paulson. It's hard to stop her from her natural right side. She's the big lefty, comes through with a Hawk construction kill.
That one's got a nice flow to it. I like the way that one sounds. I think we're going to hear a lot of that this season.
Paulson, after the big kill, now with the serve. Dug out. Nice one by Fate. Kapler with the hit. Returned. Middle slaps it down. Kapler with another opportunity. Goes to the outside. Another Hawk construction kill. McKenna Kapler.
They moved really well around the court that time, rotating, getting into a good defensive position when the ball came back over.
If you remember from the joust, Goose, this was the lineup that we scored a lot of points on. Or this is the, and there Grafton puts it out of bounds again. It seemed whenever Paulson was serving, we scored a ton of points in a row, and that's what's happening right now. Just when we need it, West now up 13-11. Paulson to serve again. Nice deep serve. Coming back at him. There's a little tap. Should have another opportunity here. Kapler getting some action again. Return by Grafton, and there's a double. Point goes to the Spartans, now up 14-11.
Paulson continues to roll. She's getting her serves in. That's a very, very important part of the game, and sending them deep.
Just when you say that, Mr. Goose, you just jinxed her.
I'll just keep my mouth shut from this point forward.
Grafton with the serve, now down by 2. Dug out. Rettler going to have an opportunity. And that one drops for a Hawk construction kill, Maddie Rettler.
Don't think she got as much on that one as she wanted to.
No.
But was able to get down. And that's a point. West up now 15-12. Space serving again.
We haven't had one of those Grace Bauman-like kills from last year yet. There's a nice block by Rettler and Kapler. Right back at the Blackhawks. And now 16-12. Timeout for the Blackhawks. Let's talk about our sponsors a little bit. Pellegrini Chiropractic is back with us. You need any of your chiropractic needs. They provide quality chiropractic-based health and life care. They're committed to an unconditional caring atmosphere where everyone is welcome, whether you need a specific problem addressed or are seeking to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Pellegrini, we are really happy to have them back. They're one of our few $500 sponsors that are back from last year. We also are pleased this year to have Matrix Title Company. We talked to them about them a little bit. Hawk Construction, specializing in hydro excavation, land development, clean energy packages, custom promotional products, and then also Alliance Services, where their slogan is your complete healthcare staffing partner. All right, back to action.
Simply couldn't do it. We cannot thank those title sponsors enough for everything they're doing for this team this year.
Spaeth with another deep serve, falls in, they let it go. And there is another Alliance Services ace.
West up 17-12. Space to serve again.
West should have another opportunity to set the Kapler. There we go. Another Hawk construction kill. McKenna Kapler with an Pellegrini chiropractic assist going to Sydney Paulson. Spaeth continues, and I don't want to jinx her, but continues on her strong serving. Another deep serve. Oh. Emily Fate made a dive at it, just missed it. 18-13. Serve goes back to the Blackhawks.
Just not enough to get to that one. Great effort, though. Got to that line, just didn't enough to get it back up.
Grafton the serve. Fate digs it out. Set over to Rettler. Returned by the Blackhawks. Coming right back. And Grafton with a kill.
18-14 now. West still in the lead.
Fate digs it out. Set over to Rettler again. We'll try that again. They're not returning that one. There's a Hawk Construction kill. Maddie Rettler.
And that looked a little more like the Maddie Rettler we need to see throughout the course of the season. Full extension, getting up there really, really well, putting that ball down hard.
Kapler with the serve, another deep serve. And there's a nice cross-court kill by the Blackhawks. 19-15. Spartans hang on to a narrow margin. There's a nice serve. Handled. There's a little miscommunication, but they get it across. There's a nice block. And another block. Rettler and did they have? It was Rettler and Moyer on that side. They pushed them back twice.
That's a Matrix Title Company block times 2.
Rettler with the serve. Deep serve. Return. Set. And in. Nice kill by the Blackhawks. 20-16 now. 4-point margin for the Spartans. Set going to Paulson. It's a tap. They get it back. We should have an opportunity here. Who's going to get it? Paulson. Boom.
Back corner.
There's a Hawk Construction kill. Sidney Paulson, the big lefty, throws it in the back corner. That would have been tough to return if there was somebody there.
And there was nobody near that one. Grafton a little bit out of defensive rotation on that. A lot of real estate available. That makes it easy. We like that.
We got people listening us at the University of Minnesota, Goose, as Zelmer gets a Alliance Services ace. So University of Minnesota has people watching us. Zelmer to serve again. It's a nice kill. Returned. And a tap. And Paulson hammers that home. She said, not in my area of the court. That's coming back at you.
And that's West now up 23-16. Zelmer continued to serve.
The libero tried her best, and timeout to the Blackhawks. That's something that gets the momentum in your favor, Goose.
Absolutely. We talked about momentum. They had it very, very early in this match, getting up early. Grafton took it away from them, got the game back to even, and we exchanged points for the greater part of this game. But West has now taken a sizable lead here, up 23-16 when we come back from this timeout.
And I just encourage, we had a little bit of trouble when we set up the match today. So if you got the original link to this broadcast, there was another one put out later on this afternoon, and that one is the working link. So those of you that are tuned in, if you want to forward that link to some of your friends and get them, because I'm just afraid some people might have tried that old link.
Technology, it works great when it works, but sometimes it doesn't work so great. What can you do?
All right, Goose, back to action here. Kenlyn Zelmer, Turf and Tree Works, Kenlyn Zelmer, Daryl and Kelly. Here's the serve. Ooh, just makes it over. And an ace. We've got an Alliance Services ace for Kenlyn Zelmer. I believe her mom is all tuned into this tonight. I think she's traveling. Way to go, Kenlyn.
That puts us up 24-16. It's a good place to be right now.
Grafton with the return. Little doink back, and they score. So they stay alive here, 24-17. I have no good view of the scoreboard, Bruce. I'm gonna have to rely on you.
Yeah, mine goes through a couple basketball backboards as well. So we'll do our best to give you an accurate score.
Grafton with the serve. Strong serve to the back row. A set. Rutler's going to have to bump it over. And there's a nice kill off of the blocker. Out of bounds. Point to the Blackhawks.
You could see in that one that West defense looked a little bit out of position and weren't communicating very well before returning that ball to Grafton.
They might be coasting a little bit here, knowing that they've got 24. There's Rutler, digs it out. And that ends it with another Hawk Construction kill, and that kill was Melanie Whedon.
And that puts the first one in the books here. West with the 25-18 win.
All right, we are going to take a timeout here, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, back on the air, Goose. I want to thank the people back at Marine Park Technical College, Chris Clayman, Will Schrader, Aaron Flora, helping to set up the equipment tonight to get this broadcast going. Like I said, we're experimenting with a new live stream tool this year. They took the Cube, must have been too popular because now they can charge for it.
And that's what happens when you get things that are too popular. All of a sudden now somebody wants to make money off of it, which I guess is the reason you start to do it in the first place. It's just unfortunate when there are organizations like ours, teams like ours, who want to leverage that to bring you a free opportunity to tune in to what's happening with West Bend, West Spartan volleyball. So we look for alternate sources, and we can't thank the folks at Marine Park Technical College enough for all the support that they give throughout the course of the year, not only with the broadcast here, but also with the programs, something that we look forward to throughout the course of the rest of this year.
All right, let's go through our ACE level sponsors. Turf and Tree Works, Daryl Zelmer. You got some dead ash trees on your property, call Daryl. Jumbo's, Jeff Kerr, and go and have yourself a Jumbo's Classic. Amazing all the time. Yar Mobile. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Bob, for the sponsorship here. Dahlberg Law Group, Phil Dahlberg. Candyman on Main. Tom Moyer and his daughter Ellie out here playing. Delta Defense, Bob's Main Street Auto. The Washington County Fair Park and Conference Center, and Midwest Preferred. Thank you very much. And we're getting some more text.
And the teams are now back on the floor. We're getting ready here to resume play.
Okay, Maddie Spaeth is listening to us out in the live stream world. Says everything looks pretty good this year. So his daughter, Molly's got a lot of weight on her shoulders this year, setting for this group of team that's loaded with some great hitters.
Grafton will be serving here.
There was a little mistake. Went off. The pass was a little off. Grafton up 1-0. Rutler gets a tap. Once again, a Hawk Construction kill. could be called a Hawk construction tap, but that's going to happen a lot this year. Timing has got to get down. We're going to see more and more of those giant kills as the timing gets better. Bruce.
Unfortunately, in the interim, Maddie's able to find some open real estate on the Grafton side of the net.
And there, Molly Spaeth again. Once again, very consistent server. She's got the luck going with her. That one hit the top of the net and rolled over. Spaeth to serve again. This one's deep. Returned. Off the blockers. Can't quite handle it in the back row.
Grafton with the kill brings the score even at 2-2.
There's a nice dig. Rutler with the set. Back row hit by Paulson. Another set by Paulson. Whedon with the return. Grafton coming back at us. Another opportunity here. Who's going to get the Kapler? Drives it. I think Grafton was in the net, Goose.
They were in the net on that one, and it's very, very fortunate for us.
And that was moving. I saw that. Kapler to serve now for the Spartans. Set by Paulson. Ellie Moyer! Ellie Moyer with a Hawk construction kill. Way to go, Ellie.
And she went with that back left corner, and it was wide open. A lot of space there.
Must be from all those turtles she eats at the Candyman. What do you like at the Candyman, Goose?
I'm a big fan of the rock candy. Always have been. The rock crystal candy.
Well, one of the Blackhawks must have been to the Candyman and had a turtle too, because it came right back at us. So 4-3 now. West with the lead. There's a little dump. Caught the Spartans napping a little bit.
Talking about real estate being open, there was a whole bunch of it on the West Spartan side on that one. Had a good perimeter, but a lot of space open in the middle.
Grafton to serve. Now tied 4-4. That one's out of bounds. It's out of here.
That makes it 5-4 in favor of West. Maddie Rattler now serving.
Some of,
gets some of that momentum back in our direction.
Some of those serves, they're close, but some of them, they're out when they leave the hand. That was one of them. Rattler puts it in the net.
And some of those, when it leaves the hand, it's going to go into the net.
Yep. Oftentimes, you see that so often where both teams will trade serves in the net or out of bounds. That one's just out. That one I think I would have went for, Bruce.
That was a little too close for comfort again in that back corner. West now up 6-5. Zelmer serving for us, our West student section getting into the game a little bit here on their feet. They got some cheers going this year too.
Kenlin with a nice serve to the back row. Grafton to return. Here comes a hit. Out of bounds. Zelmer to get another chance.
Zelmer was pretty consistent this last weekend too at the Jousting for serving. Didn't get as many opportunities, but when she was in there, she served well for us.
Zelmer with the serve. That one's mishandled up in the rafters. Grafton's going to get it back though, and we should have an opportunity here. Spaeth with the set. There you go for Paulson with a nice hit. Returned by the Spartans. Kapler now pounds it to the backyard. That was a touch, I thought, but apparently the ref didn't see it the same way.
Whedon just long on that one. But yeah, it looked like it was touched.
I'm not going to make any of those judgment calls, not with the way my eyes are, Goose.
And we're not exactly next to the court either.
There's Spaeth tries to dump it over it. Not enough on that one. She puts it in the net.
All square here, 7-7. Grafton serving.
Would that be 7-up, Goose?
That would be 7-up.
West Bend 7-up. If you want to sponsor us, that'd be great. Kapler with a back row hit. Little tap again. You know, sometimes you play to the level of your opponents, and this has not been fast action volleyball at all.
No, it has not been. It's been a little nappy at times. It'd be great to run a couple points in a row. There's been just a lot of back and forth, side outs.
Whichever one of these teams that can get in sync first, they're going to be in good shape. There we go. There's a was that Kapler or was that?
No, that was Whedon.
Whedon with a Hawk Construction kill after the assist by Molly Spate, the Pellegrini chiropractic assist. The libero, Fate to serve. And now having a little talk with the refs. Coach Tanking looks like she's trying to convince him of something. Doesn't look like the ref is too convinced. Oh, it's a crowd problem, apparently. I don't know if the fans were doing something that Grafton didn't like or what's going on. Because the ref did talk to the fans on the west side. Grafton with a nice dig. Kapler now to hit it back over. A nice block. Here's a set, little low for Paulson. And there's another one of these little dinky dunks.
And Grafton has found something in the way that West is playing defense. They're leaving a lot of real estate there open in the very middle of the court, making it very easy and convenient for them to be able to dump it over.
All right, Grafton to serve, now leading 9-8. Rutler digs it out. Over to, you're not going to stop that, but they did. Nice dig by Grafton on a tough hit by Paulson, and then Grafton comes right back at us. I think we've awakened the monster here.
We may have. And Paulson was able to get his hand on that one, but not enough to block it back.
Rutler that time puts it up in the net. We can't do anything with that. Now we drop down. We're down by 3. Kapler with a hit. Returned. Coming back at us. Nice dig. Set by Spate. Pounded down by a Hawk Construction kills Sydney Paulson. That one had some juice on it.
It did, and it's good to see her start to get some of those. Now let's see if we can capitalize it. Run a couple points here. Get back into this game.
This seems to be the rotation where we score some points. So hopefully that'll happen. Now we need it. The lefty to serve. Nice position. They're having a hard time handling that one, and that is a Alliance Services ace for Sydney Paulson. First with the big kill, now with the ace.
And she may have gotten lucky with that one. That one may have floated out of the side of the court.
And Paulson puts it in the net.
Not very lucky on that one. And that's going to happen. Grafton now up 12-10 with the serve.
It's a deep serve. Going to be returned. Rutler's going to pound it. Returned. And they come back at us with a great kill that's off the defender and floats up into the Grafton fan section.
Well, we blocked well in that first match. Not as much in this one. Grafton seems to be hitting the ball pretty well against us.
Big block on
blocking
Rutler that
well.
time. Grafton with some momentum here. Here we go again. Kapler now from the other side. And a hot construction kill, McKenna Kapler. Using our weapons there, Goose.
She was
First
able
tried
to
the
get-
outside, then the right side.
Yeah, she was able to get that one deep in the court. Not much the defense could do with that one.
And here we go, back with Molly Spates serving. Nice serve. We return. There we go with a hit. And we can't defend that.
$15-11 now. Grafton with the serve. After the ball is returned from 3 courts away.
And now there's 2 balls on the court. I haven't played that version of volleyball. Grafton to serve. Nice serve, dug out by Paulson. Rutler had to adjust a little bit, but got the hit across, returned. And there's a block by Rutler. And there, out of bounds. Right move, but it went out of bounds. Kepler.
That was a matrix title company block before. Now a timeout by West Bend West, sensing the momentum is getting a little out of control and it's time to give it a rest. 16-11 as we go to break.
And the Grafton fans are getting into it. Goose, I don't know how much you played over at Grafton or the Catholic school in Grafton, but this fan is an extremely vocal fan. He's at all the games. He leads the crowd. I think he's got a daughter out here playing. Remember him from many years, and great spirit there by the Grafton fans.
And West decided to come right back. Good to hear. Well, now the fans are having a little bit of fun here at the West Bend Fieldhouse. Some friendly banter between the two sections. Grafton now with the serve, up 16-11.
Dug out by Paulson.
Space sends it back.
And Grafton with another kill. They got the momentum and
Blocked out of bounds. 17-11, and West has got to find something that they can do to get a side out here.
Spaeth with the set, this time to Rutler. Back. Oh, a nice. Did you see Paulson with the soccer move? And back at him with a nice block. Should have an opportunity here. Who's going to get the set? Rutler with a tippy tap for a hot construction kill. What a series there.
It was quite this series. In here I thought that her sister was the better soccer player, but maybe not tonight.
Some of Maddie Paulson's soccer skills have definitely rubbed off on Sid. What a great exchange there. Maybe that's the momentum boost we need, Goose. There's a nice dig by Paulson again. Paulson coming back, and it's in the net.
We got the side out that we needed. We just couldn't capitalize it right away. Now's the time where we need to get a side out here down 12 to 18 rather. Grafton with the serve.
In Grafton puts a deep one in that West watches float on by. Another timeout by Coach Tanking.
Yeah, and that can be frustrating when it's right there and you just let it go. It was in by a good foot or two. Unfortunate. Again, Grafton just seems to be pulling all the right triggers right now. Continuing to roll up now 19-12 when we get back from this timeout.
And the Grafton fans are into it. That enthusiasm is contagious. Their team picks up on that enthusiasm. And I thought after that great play by Paulson where she soccer styled it over, I thought we'd maybe have a little turnaround there. But
yeah, I was hoping for it. Grafton was able to get the momentum back though. They got the side out they needed immediately after that, so that happens.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can change the momentum back around here. Rettler with a Hawk Construction kill after the Pellegrini chiropractic assist by Molly Spaeth. Once again, not a lot of juice on that, but just hitting the area of the court where it's open.
We needed that. We needed to get the ball back in our hands. Now Rettler with the serve.
Grafton with another tippy tap. Score again. I think they've abandoned their kills and they're just tapping it.
I think they've identified that there's plenty of real estate to hit on the west side of the court. Just not rotating fast enough to fill those spaces.
Serve dug out by Kapler. Spaeth with the set. And there, they return it. Grafton coming back at. There's a hit. Return. Rettler with a back row attempt. Touched but returned. There's a nice block, but they block it out of bounds.
It's too bad they were there at the net. Very good block, just a little bit off the side and out of bounds. Now Grafton up 21-13 with the serve.
And Grafton tries a little what I call, and Coach Tanking laughs, a doink serve. Tried to do a short serve, and it goes into the net a little too short.
Yeah, she was trying to expose that front part of the court.
Let's see if
Unfortunately, she left it on her side of the net.
Let's see if Kenlyn Zellmer can get things going.
21-14.
It's a nice serve. And there's a point. There is a Pellegrini, an Alliance Services ace. Alliance Services. Your complete healthcare staffing partner. Zellmer again, very aggressive serve to the back. Dug out by Zellmer.
Wheaton with a nice hit.
Rettler dug it out, but it went in the wrong direction.
They almost got the kick of that ball back off the scoreboard. They were getting closer to play, but it didn't quite happen now. Grafton up 22-15 with the serve.
Dug out by Rettler. Spaeth tries a dump. They're right there to cover. Pounded back at us. Rettler with another dig. Whedon. There's another little tippy tap. And I think we're overusing the little doinks from the setter.
There's a lot of them happening right now, especially in the sequence.
And Whedon puts it in the net. And this is looking like
Grafton might be walking away with this one now, up 23-15. They've had the momentum this entire game.
Grafton with the serve. And they put it in the net.
And just like that, they lose their momentum. Net serve.
Fate coming in the serve now. Let's see if she can put a few in and get West back in this game. There's a deep high serve. And Grafton puts it in the net. 17 now. 23-17.
If we can get a couple points here, get back in the game, that won't be a bad thing, win or lose.
Fade again. Another nice serve. Grafton having a little trouble. We're going to be returnable. Here we go. Spaeth with the set. Over to Kapler. Yep.
On the back corner on that one.
Did they call it in?
They did.
They called it in.
There's another Hawk Construction kill.
McKenna Kapler with the Hawk Construction kill, and now we're at 23-18. West showing a little life here in this game, and sometimes, when you come back, you can grab that momentum for game 3. Fate with a nice serve coming back at us. Nice kill right up in the net. That's going to be difficult.
Well, that makes it now 24-18. Grafton with the serve.
Grafton for match point here. And they put it in the net.
Well, in a closer game, all those net serves would be our best friend.
So this is a good time for Sydney Paulson to get hot.
Maybe run off 6 or 7.
Paulson with a nice serve out of bounds to end the game. Grafton takes set 2 here at the West Bend Fieldhouse, tied up at 1-1. I have to say, a little sloppy play by West this last set.
It sure wasn't pretty. I think they found that there are some things they need to improve, and I'm sure that's what Coach Tank is going to talk to them about right now as they get together. There's some things that they need to start to clean up, limiting some of those small mistakes, making sure that we're in the right defensive positions, making sure Pistol Pete talked about it early on. It starts with a pass. Have to get that pass at the onside to give the setter the opportunity to make those hitters look really, really good. So those are some of the keys that they'll have to look as we look here to the third set. Tied up 1-1.
And we're going to take a timeout here. We'll be back in a minute.
Test 1.
All right, we're back live here at the West Bend Fieldhouse. Let's talk a little bit more about our sponsors, some new ones this year. Hawk Construction, I believe they're out of Jackson, Hydro Excavation and Clean Energy. They specialize in hydro excavation, land development, clean energy packages, and custom promotional products. Matrix Title Company, John Raymond from Matrix Title Company. They provide the required insurance needed to transfer title from seller to buyer, and also the necessary title insurance when people construct a new home. Thank you very much, Matrix and Hawk Construction. And we also have Alliance Services. They're a healthcare staffing company in West Bend located on Main Street next to Domino's. They offer top pay for CNAs, LPNs, RNs, and they are your complete healthcare staffing partner. We're looking for people. Apply online at asiwisconsin.com. We're back into action here. Grafton starts off where they left off with a kill.
Space sent that serve deep, but Grafton handled it, put it up. Got a good hit on a touch at the net, but not enough to bring it back to Grafton's side. Now Grafton serving with the lead, 1-0.
Fate digs it out. Set across the Rettler. That one is not coming back. There's a big kill, a Hawk Construction kill, Maddie Rettler. That was just about perfect.
That's what we like to see. Get our momentum coming forward. We talk about momentum, not just as a team, but also as a player.
Molly Spate with the Pellegrini chiropractic assist on that one. Good job, Molly. Tried to dink. We saw it that time. Kapler to return it. Grafton will have a chance. Hit coming back. Dug out by Paulson. Set to Rettler, who taps it. Coming back the other way. Dug out nicely. Zawicki now with a Hawk Construction kill. Mackenzie Zawicki back in the action. We saw her in the first day at the Joust. Now back in the lineup, tanking for looking something a little different. That one gets blocked out of bounds. Point to Grafton.
As we move into the third set, Coach Tanking has the ability and has enough players on her bench that she can try some different lineups, see if we can get some other things going.
Kepler mishandles that one in the back row. 3-2, Grafton. Sawicki, about a 5'9" junior. Dugout, set to Zawicki again, blocked back at us. Rettler taps it over. And Grafton with another kill. We got to get our defense going.
We do. They're a little bit flat-footed. They're not moving. They're not rotating quick enough to be in positions as they come up to the net for the kill. We're not getting our blocks in place. If you're not getting blocks in place and getting your defensive rotation down, bad things are going to happen over the course of the game.
Grafton come back at us. Set. Rettler has to tap it again. And it's another one of those dinky tap kills. A Hawk Construction kill by Rettler. Once again, when the timing is off, you're just looking for an open place on the floor, Bruce.
Fortunately, she was able to find an open space on that one, right in the front corner.
Rettler to serve. It's a deep serve. Returned. There's a good kill coming back from Grafton.
Off the block, out of bounds.
Grafton up now 5-3. There's another one of those tippy tap kills. That time, Sydney Paulson, the big lefty with the Hawk Construction kill. Pellegrini chiropractic assist to Molly Spade.
Now Zelmer back in to serve. West down 4-5.
There's a nice serve that bounces around the rafters, but it's going to get returned into the net. And
that brings the score here even 5-5. See if she can run a couple in a row here. Get a little momentum going in our direction.
Zelmer also had a great serving day, the first day of the joust. There's just over the net. And another one of those tippy taps that go
just
shanks
over the outstretched arms of Zwicky. Out of bounds. Grafton now serving up 6-5.
Fate grabs that one. Rettler going to attempt a kill from the back row. Returned by Grafton. Should have an opportunity here. Going over to Zawicki. Returned by Grafton. And it's a double.
That one was pretty close, but I guess she did kind of came off the second hand a little sideways. Anytime that happens, they're going to call that double hit. Zawicki now to serve. West and Grafton tied 6-6.
Kenzie with a nice serve. Coming back at us, Grafton. And the block goes into the net. Grafton with the score.
We're seeing a little bit of seesaw like we did in the middle part of that first set. Back and forth. Nobody really taking control of the game as of yet.
Zawicki handles that one. And the big lefty, Sydney Paulson with a Hawk Construction kill. Nice Pellegrini assist going to Molly Spade.
And here's that rotation you were talking about, Pete, with now Sydney Paulson serving.
And she puts it out of bounds.
So much for that rotation we were talking about earlier, Pete. Now Grafton up 8-7.
We definitely have the jinx going today. Fans getting into it a little bit. Should be an easy return. Set to Rettler. He's got to tap it again. And it doesn't get returned. Do you get credit for a kill on that one?
No, but I think we should talk to West Bend Tap and Tavern to see if maybe they could be a sponsor.
This is a good one. So we've got two sponsors we got to look at: 7-Up and Tap and Tavern. I think we're overusing that dump, although that time Grafton
mishandled it. West now up 9-8 with the serve.
What I mean by the dump is the setter will fake like she's going to set for a kill and then just dump it over the top. And there, Rettler with a Matrix Title Company block. She was all alone up there and said, not in my part of the court. Faith with Alliance Services ace.
And with that, Grafton's going to call a timeout as West is taking a little bit of that momentum here. Now up 11-8 and continuing to serve.
Well, it's been back and forth, and it's a game of momentum, and right now it's on West side. Smart timeout by Grafton. So while we have a timeout, let's talk about our ace-level sponsors. Daryl Zelmer, Turf and Tree Works, Jumbos, Jeff Kern, Bob Yaron, Mobile Oil, Dahlberg, Phil Dahlberg Law Group, Candyman on Main. What's your favorite candy again?
Is that rock candy, the Crystal Rock Candy.
Okay, Delta Defense, Bob's Main Street Auto and Towing, Midwest Preferred and Washington County Fair Park and Conference Center. And
it's basically
if you want to sponsor
sugar
us,
on a string. Sugar on a string. What could be better than sugar on a string?
If you want to sponsor us, talk to me, Coach Tanking, or Goose Sternick. Here we go. Molly Spaeth, the set to the back door. Sydney Paulson. And Rettler blocks it right back at him again.
Another Matrix Title Company block, and if she's able to continue to play above the net, where they are every time, it's going to help us quite a bit. I think Grafton's coach was arguing that somebody was in the net. I don't know who it was. The net seemed to move, but it looked like it may have just been the ball off the top.
Here we go. Spaeth with the serve. Should have another opportunity. Here, Kapler. Little deep with that one. They're arguing for a touch. Not going to win that argument.
Arguments with referees typically aren't ones that you're going to win. From time to time, it will happen, but usually it's not the case.
Grafton with the serve. Here we go over to Rettler. At her natural position, they return it. Once again, these little kills with not much zoom on them, and we can't return them.
Yeah, our defense is getting a little bit flat-footed in that back row, making it very difficult when they drop it in front of them to get to it.
There we go. Kapler with a kill return. There's another block. Rettler and Moyer, don't know who got that one, but a Matrix Title Company block.
And again, playing big at the net, and we need to continue to do that. Now up 13-10, Kapler serving.
Justin pounds one back. There's another little dump by Spaeth. And West continues as Grafton puts it in the net.
We might have gotten a little bit lucky on that one because she dumped it right to somebody on the defensive side of the ball.
Kapler with the serve, and that just went over.
West content to just put the ball over the net.
And Rettler back with another block. Zawicki is going to get an opportunity here. Return by Grafton. And Grafton puts it in the net again.
That now makes West 15-10, continuing to serve. Kapler, most important thing, putting it in.
Here we go. Kapler with the serve. coming back at us with a nice, there's a nice hit by Grafton.
Just put it in a spot on the court that we couldn't cover, and we can't cover every square inch of that 900 square feet. However,
900 square feet, Goose.
900
You've
square
got that
feet.
measured?
30 by 30. 900 square feet.
Wow, he listened in his math class. Paulson with a kill that's returned. Should be an opportunity for Rettler, and they pound it right back at us. Now Kepler hits it into the net from the back row. Sometimes those are tough. Those sets got to be perfect when you're gonna attempt to hit from the back row.
Now Grafton up. Down 12-15 with the serve. Serving long. And now coming back to West, up 16-12.
That one was one of those that you could see was out when it left the hand. Let's hope Rettler doesn't do the same thing. Rettler to serve for the Spartans. Deep serve. Going to be returned here. And it's out of bounds. Rettler will get another opportunity. Now West up 17-12.
And Grafton just hit that one long. He had a good angle on it. Just long.
Rettler had to get the ball wiped down. I think she sweats a lot. Deep serve. Pounded up in the air. Should be returnable on our end. And they find a spot on the court where there's nobody sitting.
Yeah, we didn't rotate very well to the right on that one. Now Grafton with the serve down 13-17.
Nice serve by Grafton, dug out by Rettler. Moyer gets a chance to return it by Grafton. And another little tippy tap.
Yeah, just kind of right in the middle of everybody. And nobody able to get to that one.
West Bend Tap and Tavern, if you're listening. A West Bend Tap and Tavern tippy tap. Zawicki taps it. Grafton going to return. West should have an opportunity here. There's a pass. The set. And they gets dug out. And another tippy. Oh. Wow.
He's able to scramble. Bring that one back. And we're content to just keep tapping the ball back and forth. Right now, this game is not being dominated by power.
Power or technique, I'll tell you that, Goose.
No, it's lacking those two things right now. Grafton hit that one out of bounds. Now West up 18-14 with the serve.
You know, it's interesting. They're wiping the floor down, and that happened quite a bit this weekend at the Joust where we had girls slip. So I think it's pretty warm down there.
It's pretty warm up here, so I can only imagine it's a little warm down there because we're not moving nearly as much as they are.
Wiping the court down. Zelmer going to serve here. Zelmer goes deep once again. That was close. You know,
yes.
It's good, Goose, to serve aggressively. I mean, every coach wants them to do that. When you miss by that little, I don't know if that's too bad because the majority of the time they're going to try to take that. Grafton coming back at us. Paulson! Sydney Paulson with a Hawk Construction kill.
Put that one right into the block, went out of bounds. That was pretty to see. She swung pretty hard at that one, drove the ball pretty well. That was good to see.
The big lefty puts it down for West. Zawicki with the serve.
Oh, and there
comes with a Matrix Title Company block.
And now they look like they're playing with a little bit of emotion, a little bit of energy. It's come back into them. Crowd's into it a little bit here.
Sid protecting her coat. Zawicki with a good serve coming back at us. Should have an opportunity here. We are overusing the dump. Yeah, that was a double. I'm surprised Coach Tanking hasn't called a timeout. It's, the dump is a good thing when you can surprise them like one or two times in a few sets, but it's not working.
Yeah, when you overuse it, it becomes very, very easy to defend. And it becomes easy to defend because the defense can cue on what that setter is doing. And it's not hard to pick up on when you see it 10, 15 times over the course of an hour.
Zawicki with an ace, an Alliance Services ace, Mackenzie Zawicki.
Now West up 21-15. Grafton calls a timeout. They're sensing again that momentum, getting to the critical point in the game where they need a stop.
So not stellar volleyball we're watching this evening. Definitely an early season game. Both teams have a lot of things to clean up.
That being said, it is a conference match, and they're all important because there are only 9 of them. So very important that these teams are ready to play even early in the season. They've got to be ready to go. A conference game here in August is equally as important as one in early October.
Grafton returns from the timeout, and here comes the Spartans. Zawicki to continue to serve.
The Spartans up 21-15 as we come back to play here.
Zawicki with a nice deep serve. Grafton the return. Rettler digs it out. Zawicki with this set. And some miscommunication there.
And those are the types of things that have got to drive a coach crazy. It's very, very easy to miscommunicate, but those are the types of mistakes that we've got to clean up. Those are costly points.
Grafton with the serve. Zawicki shanks it out of bounds. 21-17. What happened to our momentum, Goose?
Well, it's funny. Momentum can flow in multiple directions, and right now it appears to be flowing away from us. With that being said, Emily Fate back in the game, defensive specialist.
Zelmer digs it out. The set to Paulson, returned. And now they'll try the other side with Kapler with a tippy tap. Tapped right back at us. And point goes to Grafton. I don't know exactly how or why.
It appeared that either Spaeth or Zelmer may have slid across that center line as they're diving for that ball.
And
now,
suddenly Grafton's back in it, 21-18, down by 3 here in the third set.
And sensing that, Coach Tanking decides to take a timeout. Try to stop that momentum, get it flowing back in our direction. Now West up 21-18 when we come back.
Got a little note here. Whedon is pronounced Wedeen.
Well, you learn something new every day.
So thank you very much, Matt Spaeth. Keep that information. Wedeen. Jimmy Wedeen. Is that the bacon or the sausage, Jimmy Dean?
As Jimmy Dean. Sausage, bacon, breakfast, you name it. It's not the way that you really want to start your day most days with Jimmy Dean.
Maybe we can just call her Jimmy. So Wedeen. Melanie Wedeen. It's the first game. They got to give us a break, Goose.
Especially with new players on the team.
Thank you very much, Matt Spaeth. Here we go. Grafton the serve. Out of bounds.
Now West takes control of the serve, up 22-18. Sydney Paulson will be serving for West.
You think Matt Spaeth's reffing a game tonight and watching us on his phone?
Well, it's altogether possible the weather we have that there are no games tonight.
Kepler with a hit. Inbounds. There's a Hawk Construction kill, McKenna Kepler.
And not a better time for it. Now puts us up 23-18. That was a critical point in this game.
I don't know if Matt Spaeth would watch a live stream while he is reffing, but I know one of his reffing partners would. Grafton's going to return it. There's a double.
It was kind of a late call on that. I think everybody in the gym saw that one. And then the refs decided that, well, maybe we should have seen that too.
The big lefty with the serve, Sid Paulson. There's right back at you, Maddie Rettler says. Another Matrix Title Company block, and that ends the game, and West takes set 3.
25-18 now as we move to set 4. We now have the momentum back. See if we can get something going on this side of the court.
2-1, and let's talk about our sponsors a little bit, Goose. Pellegrini Chiropractic is back with us. Their goal is to provide quality chiropractic care based on health and life care. We are committed to an unconditional caring atmosphere where everyone is welcome, whether you need a specific problem addressed or are seeking to maintain a healthy life. Pellegrini Chiropractic. Thank you very much, Jim and Lois Pellegrini. Alliance Services, a new sponsor this year. They're a healthcare staffing company in West Bend, located on Main Street next to Domino's. They offer top pay for CNAs, LPNs, and RNs. They staff all of southeastern Wisconsin. We are a nurse, veteran, and woman-owned company. Slogan is your complete healthcare staffing partner. Apply online at asi-wi.com. Boy, you can't get enough CNAs or RNs these days. The healthcare careers are going crazy. All of us baby boomers are getting old, and somebody's got to take care of us. Hawk Construction LLC, it's a Jackson company, a parent company of Hawk Hydro Excavation, Thunderhawk Energy, Thunderhawk Promotions, and Hawk Development, located in Wisconsin and have capacity to serve all of Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, and Iowa. Welcome, Hawk Construction, new sponsor for West Spartan Volleyball. Last kill level sponsor this year, another brand new one, Matrix Title Company. Provide the required insurance need to transfer title from seller to buyer. Also provide the necessary title insurance when people construct a new home. John Raymond and Matrix Title Company. Welcome and thank you to all of our kill level sponsors.
And we just simply could not do the things that we need to do, particularly as we look at this young team and all the things we need to do, they need to do to improve, continue to develop as players and as a team. There's a lot that goes into supporting an overall program, not just these ladies here on the varsity floor, but also the JV and JV2 teams. So it's critical, and we cannot thank our sponsors enough for stepping up this year as they have in past years. And it's going to be another great year, and we look forward to having them be a part of our team every match we play.
Here we go, starting fourth set action, and a serve in the net. That's a nice way to get set 4 started, Goose.
It is, and now Molly Spaeth will be able to start here serving for West Bend West with a lead 1-0. Good way to start things off.
Molly Spaeth, one of the most consistent servers on the team so far this year. Let's see if I just jinxed her. Nice serve. Deep one, mishandled by Grafton, but they'll coming back. We're going to have an opportunity here. Kepler with a nice, and we score. Kepler with a Hawk Construction kill. Spaeth to serve again. Nice deep serve again. That's mishandled. They get it over. Should have an opportunity here. Gets returned. Coming right back at us. Nice kill for Grafton.
Yeah, they drove that one deep against our defense and found that back left corner a little bit unoccupied. Made a good effort for it, just couldn't get outstretched enough to get it. Grafton serving down 1-2.
Grafton coming back at us. Return. Here's Rettler's going to get a tippy-tap kill. Hawk Construction tippy-tap kill for Maddie Rettler. Once again, timing just a little off, so find an empty place on the floor and tap the ball there.
And she's got a really good court sense, can find those spots, really good vision as she looks over the court.
Out of bounds. Nice hit over by Grafton, just a little wide. McKenna Kapler to serve.
That's one of those that as you're diving for it, you're thankful you couldn't quite get to it.
Nice serve. It's going to come back at us. Grafton with a nice set. There's Rettler and Moyer over our side. Another Matrix Title Company block. Wow, I don't know what the stats are, but we've had a lot of good blocks tonight. Moyer hits it back. Here we go. We should have an opportunity to set. There's a dump that worked.
Spaeth got lucky with that one. And with that, West now up 6-1, and Grafton feels the need already this early in the game to call that critical timeout.
That time, Molly Spaeth did catch him napping with the little dump. Okay for a point, and so here we are, Grafton timeout. It's nice to hear that Grafton crowd silent because their team really feeds off of them, and right now they're sitting on their hands.
It almost appears that their most boisterous of fans may have left the building.
Wow.
Elvis has left the building.
That's good for West. All right, here we go. Kapler with the serve. Nice deep serve. Grafton, what are they going to do with it? Coming back at us. Returnable. Rettler with a tippy tap.
Placed that one right on the top of the net and let it roll off the net and found the floor.
There's a Hawk Construction kill. I don't think there's anything more tippy tap than that one. Kapler again with the serve. Blocked right back at him again. And Grafton puts it in the net.
Just cut the angle on that one a little too short. Was trying to keep that one within the 10-foot line, but didn't get out over the net. So now West serving up 8-1.
Kapler with a nice serve to the back row. This is going to come back at us. There's a tap the other direction.
And just caught that sideline. Almost pushed it out of bounds. Grafton now serving down 8-2.
West has got to keep the foot on the throttle now. Kapler with the dig. Zawicki with the hit. Returned. Coming back at us with a tippy tap. Here we go. Rettler's going to get that one, and she finds another Hawk Construction kill. I would say that was somewhere between a tippy tap and a kill.
She got up to that ball, was able to find a nice space between the defenders, got that one to get right down on the court.
Rettler to serve. Back to the libero, return. Coming back at us, right in the net. Was that a net or a block?
I think that might have been another Matrix Title Company block, and if not, we were able to get their name mentioned just one more time today.
Way to go. Sid with a Matrix Title Company block. Rettler with the serve. Deep serve to libero, mishandle a little bit. Should be returnable. Here we go. Kapler digs. Spaeth with the set. Moyer with a hit. Return. There's another block. Sid Paulson and Ellie Moyer combined on a Matrix Title Company block.
When those two are able to both get up on that right side block, it's a good thing.
Rettler to serve. There's a little tappy tap.
Just floated that one right over the net into a big, wide open area on that court on Grafton's side. Now up 12-2, continuing to serve.
Rettler scores the ace with the Alliance Services ace with the little doink. There's a more aggressive serve. And blocked right back at him. And now Sid pounds it. It's returned. Rettler digs. Oh, little timing. Spaeth set it, but a little too high. Timing was a little off there with Sid.
Boy, if there's a time to do it, up 12-3 is the time to be off by a little timing. You don't want to do it in a closer game than that. Don't want to see it at all, but obviously, again, we're young, new players playing together. It's going to take some time for them to be completely in sync.
Grafton serving back on us. Dug by Rettler. Set by Paulson with a beautiful hawk construction kill. She was up on that one, boy.
She wasn't. She put that one down. They tried to get that one up. It just double hit it in a lift on the way up. Now West up 13-3. Zelmer serving.
The big lefty from from Jackson puts it down. Zelmer with the serve. Rettler digs that out. Let's see if they can get this back on the court. And they return it. And there's a little doink. And Zawicki pounds it home. There's a Mackenzie Zawicki with a hawk construction kill.
And she was able to get something into that one. When she hits that ball, when she's got full arm coming through on that, she booms that ball.
Mackenzie Zawicki with the big kill to put us up 14-3. Zelmer with the serve. Once again, I'm not going to falter on that. That was right on the line.
Yeah, you have to stay aggressive when you're serving. Just flow that one a little bit long. Grafton had to think twice about letting that one go.
Grafton serving at us. Zelmer digs it out. A set to Sid. That's about as lucky as you can get.
Yeah, they dug that one straight up into the air. It ended up going deep on the west side of the court and just caught the line. I think they thought that one was going to get out of bounds off that dig, but it just stayed in.
The big lefty from Jackson put that down hard, and they just were trying to protect themselves and ended up putting it on an empty part of the court. Grafton to serve at us again. Rettler digs. There's the set to Zawicki. Returned by Grafton, and they miscommunicate.
Yeah, the initial pass was up near the lights. That one got up there pretty good. Just mishandled the set. The timing wasn't on. Timing isn't on. Things are going to happen now. With a side out, ball back to West, up 15-5.
Emily Fate with the serve. Nice dig by Fate.
Yeah, there was that little tap over from Spaeth that they picked up on.
That never went over. We got a break there.
Zelmer hits it well from the back. Again, we seem to be in this game
here. Kapler going to put it away. Kapler put it out of bounds, looking for a touch. Not finding any cooperation by the refs there for that touch.
No, it sure looked like a touch. Could have been the net, but that ball got it pretty good up.
Grafton serving at us. Zelmer digs it out. Set to Spaeth.
There you go.
Sydney Spaeth, the lefty from Jackson with a hawk construction kill. Boy, when she hits it hard, it's a sweet thing to watch. That set by Molly Spaeth was perfect for a Pellegrini chiropractic assist. Spaeth to serve back at us.
Just catches the net.
Blocked once again.
That looked like Maddie Rettler with a Matrix Title Company block.
Rettler's got to be in double digits with blocks. Sydney Spaeth now to serve. Nice serve to the back row. Out of bounds.
Set that one long. And Grafton looking at that one, whether there was a touch. And, of course, the referee's not going to give them that one either. Now West on West up 18-6. Sydney Paulson continues to serve.
Sydney Paulson puts it deep, just out of bounds. Once again, that was too close for comfort.
Not one I would let go, that's for sure.
That's not one we could have even gotten to, Goose.
There was a time a few years ago in a land far, far away. Now Grafton with the serve down 18-7.
All right, Grafton coming back at us. Paulson digs it out. Faith setting to Paulson, who mishandles it.
And I don't know if that was a poor set, if that was just miscommunication. It didn't look good.
That's all the stuff that's going to be cleaned up by the end of the year. Spaeth to set to Rettler. Definitely a timing issue there. And Rettler blocks it back at him. This time they return. Rettler with a hit with a slide. And we score. 19-8. West on a run here.
Grafton just misplayed that ball right out of bounds. Just a poor hit. Now West up 19-8. Molly Space serving.
Nice serve to the back row by Molly. Here we'll have an opportunity. Spaeth with the set to Kapler. Kepler's got to get it down. Out of bounds on that kill attempt.
Just went long, didn't come follow through to get that ball down inside that back line. Now Grafton with the serve down 19-9.
West seems to be playing with a little bit more enthusiasm this set. That's one of those where it's coming at you. You don't know if you bump it or if you
try to set it up. She just couldn't get it out of her hands. There we go. That's better.
Sid, the big lefty, returned and mishandled by West. West now up 19-11. Let's keep our foot on the throttle here, Goose.
Yeah, now is the time where you can't mess around. You can't let them get another 2 or 3 points to get back in this game. We talked about momentum. Now is the time to stop it. Get the serve back.
There's a set to Kapler. Returned by Grafton, coming back at us hard. Here we go. We'll have an opportunity here. Set to Kapler. Returned by Grafton. And that happens sometimes. They ran into each other.
Yeah, the ball went up in the air. They're trying to work through each other to get to the ball. It's going to happen sometimes. Those are the things that are going to happen. You just let them go, forget about it, move on.
Grafton on a bit of a run here. Rettler's going to try to end that run, and she does with a Hawk Construction kill. Nice Pellegrini chiropractic assist by Molly Spaeth.
Just put that one into the block off the side, dropped it right in front.
Should have an opportunity here. There's the pass. There's the set. And Ellie taps it over. Ellie Moyer. And they tap it right back at us.
Well, if I had $1 for every time we said tap, I could pay for an entire sponsorship here. Now, Grafton serving West up 20-13.
Rettler with the hit, coming back at us. And there's a block. Returned. And 2 blocks. That time it stayed on our side of the net.
Yeah, I just put that ball right back into the block. Not a whole lot on it, and it just dropped straight down.
That gets mishandled by Sid. 20-15. Grafton with a bit of a run. Coach Tanky's had enough, said timeout, girls. All momentum, and let's hope Grafton doesn't get on there, start cheering here and get their girls behind them. Let's talk about our sponsors. Let's grab our ace-level sponsors, Turf and Tree Works, Daryl and Kelly Zelmer. We got some dead ash trees in the yard, need some landscaping. Call Daryl, Turf and Tree Works. Jumbos, Jeff Kern. I love the Jumbos Classic. Bob Yaron, Mobile Oil, Dahlberg Law Group, Candyman on Main, Delta Defense, Bob's Main Street Auto, Midwest Preferred in the Washington County Fair Park and Conference Center. Here we go. Set over to Rettler. Returned by Grafton. And here comes the wiki. coming back at us. Nice dig by Paulson. Kapler with a back row kill attempt. Puts it up. There's a dump attempt. Wow, nice run here. Good hustle on both sides. Zawicki going to try to put it down. The respond.
Tap, tap, tap.
And they return. Rattlers hit. And they win that long rally there, Goose.
It was a very long rally, full of taps, back and forth, back and forth. Now Grafton serving down 16-20, and clearly with the momentum in their direction.
Zawicki. Oh, I don't believe that. That went over. It must have hit the.
It may have hit the upright.
It must have hit the upright. Grafton on a roll here. Got to end that pretty quick, and they call that in. Another timeout by Coach Tanking.
Now that score is 18-20 in favor of West. Grafton has brought it back within 2. Continue to move the ball and move the momentum in their favor.
Didn't want to see this. You gave them some life, and the fans are in it, and the girls are feeding off of it. Hopefully Coach Tanking can talk some sense into the girls, and they can come back and let's put an end to this game. Let's end this serving rally by Grafton.
Yeah, it's time for side out. Time to get things moving back in West direction. We need service back on our side.
Should have an attempt here. Zawicki. Nice dig. And this one's coming our way. Side out West.
And she didn't get a whole lot on that one, but it starts with a pass, and they didn't get a very good pass on that one. So the side out now, West serving up 21-18.
21-18, Rutley with the serve. Deep serve, returned, coming back at us. And Grafton finds a back corner of the court and taps it to that corner. 21-19. Too close for comfort here. I don't want to go to set 5. West has got to figure out how to take this right now. Zawicki going to try to end it. Coming back at us. Zawicki with another hit. Going to be returned. Coming back at us again. Butler digs it out. The set to Paulson. Just out of bounds. I think Paulson she was thinking meatball kill on that one. And now we're 21-20.
She was a little deeper to the corner, and that one's in. It just skid a little bit long.
Faith over to Zawicki. Oh, West comes back. A Hawk construction kill by Mackenzie Zawicki.
And she hit that one hard enough into the net. It just rolled right off the top and into a spot that was empty on the floor on the other side. Now West up 22-20, and Zelmer serving.
Kenlyn Zelmer to try to take it home for West. It's a nice deep serve, mishandled by the back row. Should be coming back, something we can handle. Here we go. Oh my God.
Molly Spaeth just dumped it over. And the Blackhawks with the kill.
Not the time to do that.
No, now Grafton serving down just 1, 22-21. And Grafton was out of rotation.
What happened there, Goose?
The call was out of rotation, so somebody may have moved before the serve.
Thank you, Grafton Blackhawks. 23-21 now. Fake the serve. Serve is mishandled a little bit. We should have an opportunity here. Rattler digs it out. Spaeth with the set. Kapler with a hit. Return. coming back at us. Rettler digs it out. Fate with the set. Kapler puts it over. Fate mishandles that one. And we're 23-22. Grafton has battled back, Goose. They've shown a lot of character here in set 4.
I wish they'd show a little less character at this point in time. Or for West to just show a little bit more. Here we go. Now Grafton serving down 1. And that one, as you said earlier, right off the hand, you could tell it was going to float out of bounds.
Pressure was on there a little bit. That was a very important type part of the game. And look who we got serving. We got Sid Spaeth, 24-22.
Sydney Paulson serving.
Oh my God, Sid Spaeth. Sydney with a nice serve in, and West takes set 4 and 3-1 now. Alliance Services ace to end the game.
25-22, and that was that heart that they needed to have. A little bit of emotion at the end to hold on. 25-22 in the 4th set. Well, that makes us 1-0 in conference play.
Hang on 1 second. Hey, guys, it's Maddie. We're going to try to get an interview. West wins 3-1. While we're waiting for our interview, let's go through our sponsors. Why don't you take it?
Again, we cannot thank our ace or kill level sponsors enough. Hawk Construction, Matrix Title Company, Pellegrini Chiropractic, and Alliance Services. Those 4 key kill level sponsors are key to everything that we're going to do this year here at West Bend West, particularly making sure that we are able to continue to outfit this team, not only with their gear, but with the camps, with the instruction, the experiences they need to continue to improve as players. 1-0, like you said, starting out, young team, only one place to go, but up from here.
You can see we talked and we teased about how much time, how we said tap so often, but that's a timing thing. And Molly's going to get it down, and she's going to take care of this. And I think they're going to straighten things up. So we're going to talk to. I'm going to let you interview. Maddie Rettler is coming up to the booth, and
the Goose gets his first interview. This is going to be amazing. Well. How does it feel to be 1-0 in a new season?
Feels great to be able to get out and start off with a win.
So things got a little dicey in that 4th set. Take us through that. You were up big early. They got a little run. What was going on?
I think we started to lose our confidence and energy, and we stopped talking. But then we knew all along that we could win the game. So we just kept pushing and just stayed up the whole game.
So communication is going to be a key this year.
Yes, very important.
Yeah, we've seen that on the court. Coming off a 9-0 undefeated season last year, 1-0, not bad. Some improvements to be made?
Yes, definitely our passing needs to improve because it all starts with the pass. We can't run our offense without a pass. So pick up our passing, and I think we'll be good. That
sounds good. Maddie, thank you very much for your time here this afternoon. Congratulations, 1-0 to start out the conference season.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Maddie Rettler. We are going to go through. Did we get all through our sponsors again?
Well, we went through our kill level sponsors, but once again, our ace level sponsors, Turf and Tree Works, Jumbo's, head out there, grab something here after the game. Mobile, Dauber Glove Group, Candyman on Main. Everybody loves Candyman. Delta Defense, Bob's Main Street Auto and Towing, Midwest Preferred Insurance Group, and the Washington County Fair Park and Conference Center.
All right, looking at the schedule coming up for the Spartans, we've got the New Berlin West Invitational coming up this weekend, and then Tuesday we're at Homestead. So we will attempt to do a live stream at Homestead, but it all comes down to bandwidth and if they're willing to let us use it. Stay tuned. Go through the West Bend West Facebook page, and you'll get the link to the game. And then share it, please, as much as you can. So with that, West opens up the North Shore season with I'll say it, a sloppy 3-1, but sloppy counts in the win column, doesn't it?
It doesn't matter if it's sloppy or completely clean. It's still 1-0 any way you slice it.
All right. With that, Goose and Pete signing off with you from the West Bend Field House. Thanks for joining us.
Till next time. Have a good night.